our society today, like it's taught that the government owes you something, your state owes you something,
Right.
your parents owe you something,
Right.
people owe you stuff. In fact, you're a victim. I tell people, the more that you can rid yourself of that, it is actually extremely empowering, because you're like, you know what? I'm going to go make my life. I'm going to go make this thing happen.
Absolutely.
And there's a simple formula that I teach, and it's a formula I got from someone else. I'm not sure who the originator of it was. It's super, super simple. It's E plus R equals O. So E plus R equals O. So event plus response equals outcome. So a victim would say the E equals O. The event equals the outcome. This is what happened to me. This is why I am where I am. But you understand, you're not victims of your events.
Right.
You're a victor of your events, because you own the R. You own your response to the event. So the E plus your response equals the outcome. Viktor Frankl said it's the space. It's the space is the response. You own the response, because you couldn't own all the events, but you could own your response to the events. Second lesson I think from that, so E doesn't equal O. The second one would be that the R is not react, the R is respond. So great leaders don't react, great leaders respond.
Right.
I agree.
And so you respond. It's how you get back up. It's how long do you stay down? How far do you fall? How long do you stay down?
React is knee-jerk emotion.
Yes,
Boom, boom,
yes,
boom. There's
yes.
nothing logical
Yes,
about a
yes.
reaction.
Yes.
Like it just like it's the same as the doctor hitting your knee,
Yes.
and boom, it comes up. A reaction is almost something that's really not as controlled.
Yes.
As a response.
The very first way to respond versus react, the very first step, to your point, is you press pause.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like take a deep breath, press pause. You say to yourself, how do I want to show up right now?
Yeah.
Like, how do I want to respond? Bruce Lee talked about it having a mind like water.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, like, if you took a rock and threw it into a still pond, you throw it in, he says, how does the water respond? He says, totally appropriately.
Yeah.
To the size and the mass and the speed of the rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how genius is that, dude?
I mean, who thinks
A
of
mind like
stuff
water.
like
It
that?
doesn't over-respond, and
Yeah.
it doesn't under-respond. It responds totally appropriately. That's your goal.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the third lesson, so you have the E doesn't equal the O. R is respond versus react. The third lesson is this. This is interesting. Your R, your response, creates an E for others. The way you choose to respond in your life will create events for other people in their life.
Right. It's true.
So like if you're a parent,
Good or bad. Yeah.
if you got a marriage, you got like a business, you got customers, you got employees,
Yep.
you show up and fly off the handle. If you create an event that negatively, in that example, affects everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's why, as a leader, you gotta say, how am I going to respond? So when you have tough times happen in your life, you say, listen, I'm gonna take full ownership of this. I'm gonna take full responsibility in my life. I'm going to respond. The way I'm going to respond to that is this, and that shapes your outcome.
Well, I would bet that's
Love it.
that's probably one of the majority of the things missing in human beings' lives. I think a lot of people are very just reactive, instant gratification.
Right.
If you're instant gratification, then you're a reactive type person. I don't think individuals are really taking a step back and ever taking time to reflect. And if you never take time to reflect on the data or the information that the history of your life holds, all the good decisions and the great outcomes that happen from those decisions, and all the terrible decisions and all the terrible things that happen from, how can you change or evolve if you never take that pause and step back and analyze how you want to address moving forward? People they wake up, they're on their phone, it's information over, and then by the time they hit their bed, their pillow at night,
Yeah.
they
Well,
never had time to free think or even reflect.
They don't
because
know
it's
how.
just very,
The
exactly.
thing is, we're all fed a programming in our childhood. We don't choose that, right? And so we just go into life, like basically living life the way we were taught by our parents and they were taught by their parents. And people don't actually start trying to force a change until something drastic happens to them. And that's what happened to me. I was just living life, trying to hustle and survive. I didn't know I had all these issues. I didn't know that I had entitlement issues. I didn't know that I had anger issues. I didn't know that I had victim issues, right? I didn't know that until something happened to me and it forced me in a situation of like, I need to change.
Like it forced you in a situation of deep reflection in order for you to come up with, I need to change.
Right. But you have a hardwired belief system in you from your upbringing until
like
you
it's not
decide
their
to
fault.
change it. And to change it takes a lot of work, and most people don't want to face that work. And so it takes 3 to 5 years of thinking differently to actually have it be hardwired. You know, and so people don't want to do that work. You know, they don't want to consistently, naturally practice new and different thoughts to change their belief system, to change who they are.
Yeah, but there's and I agree wholeheartedly with that. You know, no, you're not responsible for how you were raised, but you're responsible for yourself today.
Absolutely.
And it's a matter of just taking control. Like,
Yeah.
so let's stop living.
You have to
know what I
become
mean?
a person
But
of
at
accountability.
Correct.
Right.
But, you know, unfortunately, people don't do that deep reflection until a moment of pain where
Right.
you're just like, what is going wrong?
Right.
And then you really start analyzing,
Yeah.
am I like that? Again, the quality of questions you ask yourself determines the quality of answers that you receive, which is pretty much
Right.
the notion that you made earlier today.
Yeah.
But most people don't ask themselves those tough
Mm-hmm.
questions until they're in a tough spot. Because if you're in this fairy tale land of everything's okay, it's not terrible, but it's not great. That's
It's
a
the death
scary,
of the middle.
Correct. That's just death.
When it's great, congratulations.
Yes.
Right.
If it sucks so freaking bad, you'll change.
Congrats.
It's
Yep.
the death of the middle. The middle is just your life doesn't hurt bad enough.
No
to
man's
change.
land.
Exactly.